Hi all, welcome back to DD at Peleliu. This is my take 2 part 13. So just about to start turn 9. Catastrophic loss limit is at 18. We're sitting at 10. So okay-ish. And the A action is about to kick in, which brings the assaults. So yeah, actually assault isn't it isn't a number, is it? It's just units in field of fire. Yeah, okay. Just remembering that. Right, let's just push on. I've just come straight back, to be honest, from just copying that bit across now, getting it sorted out. Yeah, let's move on. Right, there's no landing checks to do. There's no units to land next turn, so nobody to set up for next turn. So let's just dive in and get the event. The deck's not being reshuffled. More than likely will next turn. So here we are on turn 9 with an event. Correct? Yeah. Turn 9 event. Take a naval fire marker. Yes. Good. It's not just that getting the naval fire marker. It's the fact that it's not a bad event. You know, it's not placing depth markers or anything like that. So naval gun fire marker. And should keep my US actions there. Right. Okay. Good. Right. Japanese fire card. Right. I'm just drawing this. I don't know what we want. Here we go. No artillery. And we've got the action in blue. Oh no. Does something happen at ambushes? Oh, it's got to be in the position's field of fire. Don't make a circle. Oh, come on. Really? Mind you, these tanks. What are these tanks going to do? Oh, the tanks are going to overrun. Oh, well, we disrupted this guy, though. Oh. Right, I'm not going to look anymore. I'm just going to start going through things. Right, no artillery. Yuck. Right, so yellow are he would well, I don't think he's got units in field of fire, is he? No. So he wants to redeploy, which I don't think he can. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. This is his closest. If he moves to there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's not getting closer. So he's not going to do anything. Right, well, this tank, obviously this tank's just going to lose his disruption. This tank is wanting to overrun. If US units in field of fire, fire. Oh my. Yeah, I was thinking it was 3 hexes away. It's not. If it's units in field of fire. This is in its field of fire. This is a circle. It's just not fair. Okay, so let's look at, is there any other yellow up here that's empty that would redeploy? Well, actually, it would move to that green position, I think. Well, you are meant to do, there's an order here, Grant. That's fine. Well, the tanks are yellow, purple, and purple. So it's just these tanks that are going to move. Right, I can redeploy this from here to here, I think. Yeah, because that's his closest, I would say. Right, hang on, that might be... Well, you know what? If that's closer, it doesn't matter. If both of these are closer, that's closer to that. So C2 is going to be where he's going. And green's not in the card, so I don't need to worry about that. Right, okay, let's deal with this overrun then. Right, fire. If any US units in the tank, units field of fire. Well, it's going to do that. Because remember, it has an extended field of fire. Well, this is a circle too, isn't it? We've just established that. Now... So... two different actions here. That's a circle, that's a diamond. Because it is steady field of fire and it's a circle on the card. And it extends into this hex only. Yeah. And it extends into this hex. There's a circle in this hex. It would extend into this hex as well. And you know what? That's a circle too. And remember, he can hit two things here as well. God damn it. Now he's revealed, so he's not going to get... That's a circle, but that is not... There's the yellow goes down to there, so it stretches to there. Oh my. Remember, it stretches down to here as well. That's a circle too. It doesn't stretch to there. So there's a circle there, there's a circle there, there's a circle here, and there was one more in here. So he's got four choices here. Well, hold on. He's going to first of all, he's going to fire. So he's going to hit two of the four circles. And that's just going to go with normal fire priorities. They're all in steady fire. Yeah. They're all in steady fire. I mean, he's actually in steady fire. And then the rest, that's not one of them, is it? No. The rest of them are extended. That's extended. That's extended. And that's extended, but that's not it's not a lower priority of that. It's still steady fire, isn't it? What does it tell us about that? Tank. Well, you're in the bit about tanks. Yeah, 13.1 is right where it is, page 28. A position occupied by a Japanese tank unit projects a steady field of fire into all hexes one hex beyond the position's printed field of fire. That is, all hexes outside of but adjacent to a hex in the position's printed field of fire. Yeah, so projects a steady field of fire. Yeah, so these are all in steady field of fire, right? So then the next priority is most steps, isn't it? So it's going to hit most steps. This has got 3, this has got 3, this has only got 2, and this has got 2. Yeah. So it's the 2 3s, isn't it? So, interestingly though, that does mean that ambush isn't going to get this guy, I think. Oh, it's time for some catastrophic losses, I think, Grant. C15 is hit, right? Now, I'm going to angle this guy because I want to make it clear that this guy is taking a hit. He's not disrupted, remember, because this is a revealed position, so... That's their first hit, and that's catastrophic loss number 11. And then the second hit is going to be L35, isn't it? Yeah, so it's another one. L35. So again, I'm going to put him down the bottom there to signify he's taking a hit. L35 becomes catastrophic loss number 12. What we're on 18, so okay, let's hope that's that. Right, so that's them fired as much as they can fire. This could have been crazy worse if this guy had, well, we took his depth away as well. They would have got all 4 of them. Well, I think they're checked individually. It wouldn't have mattered. They would have got all 4, wouldn't they? And then they would have then overrun 2 of those units, 2 of those 4. So it's just as well we did get that disrupt. Okay, so we've done the fire. So if no yes units are in the tank's field of fire, there's no action. Well, we've established there is, and we've done that. If the tank fires but no yes units are hit, no further action. Well, that would have been lovely, but that's not the case either. If the tank fires and hits one or more US units, it did, then move into the hex occupied by the nearest hit unit and conduct close combat. Nearest hit unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if hit US units are equidistant, move to the hex occupied by the fewest US steps, then you choose. Well, they're both 2 steps, aren't they? The thing is, oh, jings. So it's my choice. No, hang on. Is it those steps in the hex? That is. Damn you. If hit US units are equidistant, move to the hex occupied by the fewest US steps, then you choose. So this has got 4 and the other one's got 5, isn't it? So it's going to move there whether we like it or not. I did wonder about maybe preferring this because we've got the flamethrower, but I don't know, do we really want that tank messing about up there? Well, let's hope we can take care of it, I guess. Yeah. Alright, we're going to get close combat then. So he's fired, he's hit that. That's closest and least steps in the hex, breaking down the priority. So that's going on there. The tank come from there. Yeah, that could be relevant, Grant. Right, and then we deal with this right away. So, oops. Well, we're getting to see everything anyway. So that's where the combat's occurring, and that means we use the colour of the actual tank on the tank symbol. So let's set things up. So that's us here. I'll move that out of the way. We'll get back to all that. And we flip this over. So actually it's not got to 4 strength, so that's quite good, I think. I think it's good. So we've got no CCs on these either. But he is a tank, he gets something extra for that, and he's attacking. Or is that one or the other? No, I think he gets both for that. Right, so CC. Let's go in the rule book. I put that sort of guide aside. It was quite good for that bit, right enough. Just looking. Well, here we go. So, draw cards blindly, yeah. Reveal all unrevealed Japanese units' depth markers. Right, before the ES, draw 1 card for each step possessed by units. Yeah, we know how that works, Grant. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and we've got a flamethrower. So, we're getting 5 cards. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they're getting... right, counter-attack stance doesn't come in it. Flamethrower, yeah, that's right. Right, so they're getting 1 for unit and depth marker, that's 2. 1 if they're attacking and not in counter-attack stance, that's 3. 1 card of the Japanese force has total strength of 4 or more, it does not, so he's up to 3. There's no CC. And then 1 card, if any of the following apply, it's a Japanese unit as a tank. So that's 4, I think, isn't it? 1, 2, they're attacking, and it's a tank. He's getting 4. 3, 4. Now, the terrain situation, maybe that, well, terrain doesn't generally apply to tanks either, does it? But, I think it's one, any of the following apply. Japanese unit occupies mountain, coral or jungle terrain, Japanese unit of the tank, or night turners on the way. You only get 1 for each, like for any one of them. You don't get it combined. We're not fighting in that terrain anyway. Yeah, but I guess, well, mind you, no, the Japanese unit's a tank, so it's always going to get that extra card there anyway, so that's fine. Right, and then we're going to be using the yellow because it's a non-position hex. Japanese tank units. Yeah, sometimes conduct close combat against US units, non-position hexes, overrun and counter-attack. In this case, use the colour on the tank unit's counter-attack marker, or if there is none, on the tank counter. Yeah, adds a position colour. Yeah, so you would use the counter-attack one specifically first. If the Japanese tank unit survives a close combat in a non-position hex, place it in the nearest unoccupied position, disrupted. Alright, so he's not necessarily going to go back to where he was. Yeah, he's going to go to that blue. Oh, that's nasty. I think he's going to go up there, isn't it? Because that's 1, 2, 3 away, and back to where he came. 1, 2, 3, 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 as well. I think he's going to go up there. Don't think I like that. Well, listen, let's just wipe him out. Yeah, right. Okay. So, they go first. The position's yellow. Yeah, let's do it. So we don't want to see yellow, and we don't, but what we do see is CC reinforce. Damn. I think that means they get an extra card, doesn't it? Right, this is the bit that was errated, though. Let's look at it there. Reinforce, close combat event. If the Japanese unit is a tank unit, draw a card, but the unit does not receive a death marker. Yeah, he's got a death marker anyway. And yeah, if he was out of communication, which he's not. Yeah, these some little things you got to watch. Okay, so he's going to get a card. He's going to get another card, and because I do it my way, my system, that's going down the bottom of the cards. So no hit though. So that's good. Right, so we draw looking for yellow. That was an opportunity, Grant. And we miss. He draws. And he hits. No event. We take a hit on C1, 5. And we lose a card. And of course it is yellow. We fire, need a yellow. We get it, no event. So he's disrupted. But we need to do more than that. Just disrupting him's like not good enough. And he loses a card, and it wasn't yellow. So he fires, and he hits. Damn it! We take a hit, we lose a card. Man. We fire. We hit. Yeah, I've not thought about withdrawal, which I maybe should have done. Well, we've hit him, so that removes his death marker. Well, actually, and he loses the last card, which wasn't a hit. So, yeah, we took 2 hits. He took 2 as well. I suppose it's just cruel and. And now he's going to go up to that blue position then, isn't he? I think. Yeah, because it does say, if the Japanese tank unit survives close combat in a non-position hex, place it in the nearest unoccupied position, disrupted. That could be, blue's on the card anyway. Yeah. I was going to say maybe stay disrupted, but blue's on the card, so it's going to undisrupt. And this is the rule I was talking about, the fact that, I mean, this is slightly different because he came from yellow and he's going to end up in blue, and then blue's going to undisrupt him. Thing is, he can't, the strange thing about that is he can't act again. He can't act under the A action while he's up there. I mean, well, no, he can't. It definitely says, and I know Martin confirmed to me that a position is only checked once in the Japanese fire phase. Now, I'm assuming that's written somewhere. I couldn't find it actually written somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it is. Or it makes it clear that a position can only be checked once, right? But if you think about it, this position hasn't been checked yet. But I'm going to show you where it says that a unit can only be checked once, because I know that's written in this clarification, I think. Hang on until I find it. Yeah, there it is. This is a clarification in Rule 12, which says a given Japanese unit is checked for an action just once per Japanese fire phase. Okay, so if that tank ends up in a position that's still needing to be checked, he himself has been checked first. And like I say, whether that is rule 12, maybe that tells you a position can only check once. 12. Check all the following types of Japanese position matching colours for each position. If check results. See, I don't think it says either of the things in 12, in the sort of heading of 12, on page 26. Now hold on, you could have the digital rulebook. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, so if you download the latest rulebook, you get both the bits. 12. These are clarifications. Given Japanese units check for an action just once per Japanese fire phase. And then 12, procedure second bullet. A position group is considered unoccupied if none of its hexes are occupied by Japanese units. At least one of its hexes is not occupied by US units. And it does specify position group there. So both of them are in the latest rules. They're not in my rule book. I can't still see the bit that says that a position is only checked once. Because that is a Japanese unit, isn't it? Yeah. I don't believe Martin's wrong there. I'm not reading it there, so it's. I'm going to carry on playing it that way. So yeah, so when that tank moves, so is that where that tank's going then? Did we? Where am I? What am I doing? Overrun. Yeah. No, I was looking at. No, it was close combat, Grant. We wanted. Tank unit may move to non-position units. Yeah. Sorry, it is here. If the tank unit survives close combat in a non-position hex, move the unit to the nearest unoccupied position. Right. Sorry, it's got this after overrun. It also mentions it in close combat, the close combat section. But I suppose it's here. It says, if the tank unit survives the close combat in a non-position hex, move the unit to the nearest unoccupied position. This could be the position from which the tank unit came. Well, it's not going to be here. If unoccupied positions are equidistant, move the position closest to a US unit, then the lowest numbered position. So that is going to be the nearest position, A16, isn't it? That's 3 away, that's 4 away, that's 4 away. So that's where he's going to go back to. Now, he is going to be disrupted at the moment, but although a unit is only checked once per Japanese fire phase, you might say, well, how does he get checked again for his disruption getting removed? You know what? There's a slight want to argue with that, but however, it does say the very last part of the Japanese fire phase is remove disruption. I'm pretty sure if I look at the rule book on that, regarding that, it'll say it's the last step, won't it? Well, actually, there it's in the rulebook there. But I mean, this is clarified in their as well. Japanese unit remains disrupted until its position colour appears on a fire card. After resolving all fire in the Japanese fire phase, remove disruption markers from every disrupted Japanese unit in a position matching a colour appearing on the fire card. Also, certain events call for removal of disruption. It's only that. It talks about artillery after removing disruption. What does it have up in the fire phase? Artillery comes first, doesn't it? What does it say in the sequence of play? Because that track up there is wrong for the HQ phase. Japanese fire phase 1, you check the colours. 2, you check artillery. 3, you remove disruption. So removing disruption comes after artillery, according to that. And yet it's set out in the rulebook the other way about, that the disruption comes first. Anyway, yes, and it clarifies here that, I know we've been through this, A Japanese unit that becomes disrupted by close combat during the Japanese action phase becomes undisrupted at the end of that phase if in a position hex of a colour shown on the current Japanese fire card. How cruel can you get? How cruel can you get? Okay, so it's sitting in that position now, and then we're back. Well, we're back in the actual. We didn't lose the hex as such. Now, well, he had took a hit. Yeah, he can take more hits in close combat. He took a hit and then was moved into a close combat. So, well, that blue position is not going to ambush now anyway, so we don't need to worry about. I'll leave that guy marked as having a hit taken, but okay. So where are we now? That was the yellow R action from that tank there, overrun. This will obviously just undisrupt. Right, moving along. Is there any more yellow? We've got yellow here. No yes units in field of fire wants to redeploy. Tell you what, he might have went there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would have went there. So, yeah, he would have actually moved there. Now the order we done things there, is that okay? Yes, it is, because it says that you check units when you move into lettered actions, going from left to right in the card. So we would check yellow. Well, you could say, well, that's yellow and that's yellow. But then we check from our closest edge of the map out the way. So this would have came before that, because you can see that had a knock-on effect. If I'd done that in the other order, redeployed that guy first, then he would have then finished that combat and then moved back to either here or here. So we did do that right, because it does state. Is that a clarification as well, or I don't think so. I think it's just in the main rule book that when you check lettered actions. Or is it? No, it's maybe in Rule 12 actually, when the letters kick in. Procedure. I've just been through reading all this. Yeah, here we go. Once lettered actions come into effect, the sequence in which you check Japanese positions for fire and actions may have an impact on play. As you can see, this would have had a different impact, a different outcome. Therefore, check all positions matching the first leftmost position colour on the card first. Right, so we're doing that. We're doing yellow. Then all positions matching the second colour, then the third. Within a position colour, check all position hexes in order from west, which is closest to us, to east. So, yeah. So that comes before checking that. Right. Good. So he's going to do nothing then. So, well, that was... We would have still ended up with somebody there. Yeah. And they would have been undisrupted as well. Right, yellow here. I don't think he has field of fire into these. No. So, and he's nowhere to redeploy, is he? No. No. And then along here, we've got an empty yellow, not within 3. We've got this. It's wanting to redeploy as well. He's got nowhere to go. So no more yellow. This guy somehow's come out of there. How did that happen? I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit baffling. Don't know. Okay, he's definitely not doing anything, is he? He's not got units in field of fire, so he would just want to try and redeploy, but he's nowhere to go. No, that's fine. Okay, so that's yellow done. Didn't take long. Right. Blue will consider empty positions. Right, hang on. Right, sorry, I ended up being away on pause there for a bit. Where was I? I think I was just about to check the blue. Was I? I think so. We've done the yellow. So yeah, blue. So it's a blue A Yeah, I was, because I was just about to start looking at possible empty positions. Now, it's not quite the same with the ambush action. Like I said, it needs to have units in its positions field of fire, and you don't actually place a unit. So if we had US units in blue's field of fire, we'd ambush and hit. So you can see none of these, quite a lot of empty blue positions way up there, one away up the top there as well. None of them got US units in the field of fire. Now this is artillery. Okay, yeah. Now remember, Grant, units won't advance if they're artillery positions, I want to say. Sorry, not advance, assault. Eligible position, occupied position without artillery. Yeah. So if it's an artillery position, it just fires. So that is going to fire then, isn't it? Okay. It's got no US units in field of fire. Yeah. One US non-leader unit is hit regardless of distance. Choose a US unit with the target symbol shown on the fire card to lose a step. The following priority. Beach landing, US beach landing, beach hex, and a clear or airstrip hex. And then the fourth one is in the field of fire, any non-disrupted Japanese unit. So we've no beach landing, but he's in, and he's got, what's the card got? It's a circle. It wouldn't matter the fact he was a tank or not, he would have got hit. So maybe a reason not to leave these lying about there. He's the only other one that's in a beach landing hex, which is a diamond, so none of them. So then, in a clear or airstrip hex, so clear is that colour, and then airstrip, well, you can see it's these, isn't it? Clearly. Yeah, so it's any kind of clear hex. This is obviously not, this is brush, this is jungle, this is buildings, which I guess mustn't count as clear. Right, okay. So, and then within the priorities, it's most steps. If a choice still remains, you choose. Yeah, and if there's no target symbol, well, good luck with that. I don't think you're going to get that. If you're getting that, you're losing the game, I think, because it means you've got very few units left. Now, that was a good reason to leave this guy like that, because he would have been a candidate, but he's been hit already. I'm definitely sure of that, haven't I? There's no, like I say, I was looking back at the beginning of the game there for the time when it stepped up a bit, and you could hit a US unit more than once. Step loss limitation. A given US unit may not lose more than one step in a single Japanese fire phase, even if hit by fire from multiple Japanese positions. And the only exception is 13.2M, which is the multi-fire from the tank, isn't it? I think. 13.2M, pretty sure it is. Yeah, 13.2M is tank action, multiple fire, right? Apply the excess hits to other targeted US units if available. If not, ignore the excess hits. Yeah, that's it. Like I say, the other games stepped that rule up and then allowed you to hit other things. So looking for a circle with the most steps that's... Well, actually, this guy has been hit as well, so... I should have left him like that. Just shows you, right? He's in a clear hex as well. So I'm leaving him like that. So looking for circles... And that's 1, so that's 3 steps. I'm pretty sure we'll find a 4-stepper, but maybe not. That's 2 steps, that's 2 steps, that's 2 steps. 2, what's the circles there? Now this is an brush. So they don't apply. Over here, jungle, brush, and he was looked at already. So actually there's nothing here, so I want to say it's this guy. He's the one with most steps, F25, so that is going to be another catastrophic loss. Yeah, that's the third one of this turn. So he's hit, remember, not, and I'm going to do that as well with him, not disrupted by artillery. So that was that blue artillery position there. Like I say, these won't ambush. So there's nothing blue down here. This blue is going to undisrupt. This blue we have. Right, so along here, right, these are going to get messy. This, oh, hang on. This is this artillery? No, is it this red one? No, it's that purple one, Grant. That's artillery. So there's one there, there's one at the other corner, and then there's 6 up top, isn't there? Yeah, so that's fine. So what's he going to do? Nothing, I don't think. He's not in artillery position. So, well, you would want to assault as well. Move to a position on 3 axes. Otherwise, no action. Yeah, I don't think... He can still carry out the assault action, because the assault action has 2 parts to it. The first part being... it just says the eligibility for assault action is an occupied position without artillery. So that's what that is. It doesn't need to have units in its field of fire or not in its field of fire. However, it's going to, if a Japanese occupied position has US units in its field of fire, it's going to move to one of their positions and assault it, yeah? If it doesn't, which we'll get down to, if a Japanese occupied position has no US units in field of fire, move the Japanese unit and depth marker to position X no more than 3 X's away from its current position and closer to the nearest US unit. The unit may move into an unoccupied or US occupied position hex. If entering a position hex with US units, conduct close combat. If entering a position hex with a garrison marker, remove it. And then if 2 or more are equidistant, move to position closest to the Japanese unit's current position, then you choose. Right, there's nowhere he can go though. He has to move to a position hex with that one. No more than 3 hexes from where he is. You can see there's nothing empty. So he's not going to assault. As is, 1, 2, 3, right, sure that doesn't count. Yeah, he can't move across the water, Grant. So he's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hasn't he? So no, that can't assault, surely. Assault move. Yeah, come on, you can't cross water. Yeah, it says water, infantry, engineer, movement. No. We are just talking range here, though. To a position hex, no more than 3 hexes away. Come on. I really don't think you need to look more into this, Grant, but I know you're gonna. It specifically says somewhere. Where was it I read that bit? I think redeploy, maybe? No. I remember reading it recently. Was it patrol? It was patrol, I think. Or maybe not. Oh, there you go. This range may be traced across shallow hexes but not sea hexes. It mentions it there in the patrol action. And that's considering within 4 hexes. Come on, nah, Grant, stop. These guys, that patrols is sort of different. Well, if it was mortar fire, yes. If it was artillery fire, yes. But it's got to move to that hex. It's got to be within 3 hexes. Yeah, stop. Stop it. You're being silly. Yeah, people are nodding their head, Grant. Right, so that's done. So we've just got this to deal with. Right, now there's two here. So we need to do these in order. This one's going to be looked at first, A4, because remember it's from us to across. So A4 needs, yeah. This is not in a blue field of fire. This is. So this is only hex that's in a field of fire. So, and this is what we're checking first. If a Japanese occupied position has US units of field of fire, move the Japanese unit at its depth marker, if any, from the position into a hex occupied by one or more of those US units, then conduct close combat. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. Did we leave this nice? Did we leave things in it that were, no, not really. Well, we've got 4 steps. So, that's not in blue either, is it? No. Okay, so he is going to go boom, boom, boom into there, and we're going to have a close combat from there first. Now, yeah, this is right. We're checking this first. See, because the word in here is if a Japanese occupied position has US units in its field of fire. You've got to check them one at a time though, Grant. Yeah, I think we're okay with this. I mean, I just need to do close combat here, and then if this survives, he's going to go in there as well and do the same, isn't he? Right, I feel the need to have a look. Oh, give me a minute. Right, no, I can't. I went and had a wee glance for something, but I'm pretty sure this what happens. This is checked first, then this is checked afterwards. It sort of feels kind of harsh, but then, you know, if these were to fire at this position, they'd be firing and hitting 4 things, because they would be counting as both. So, okay, we're going to do it that way. Hopefully we've got it right. Somebody will no doubt tell us if we haven't. The good thing about all this is we're getting to see all these, but yeah, they're attacking, so they're getting that extra card. So the unit has got CC as well, so that's another extra card. They're little wimps though. So he's not getting these 4 strength, which is good. So over at us, we are getting. Now this is an attacking brush, so that's okay, isn't it? Yeah, it's brush. Yeah, that's fine. So we get 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. No flamethrowers or heroes. Cards are sticking together a little bit. And then over here, we get 1 for the unit, 1 for the depth marker, 1 because they're attacking and not on counter attack, 1 because they have CC. I think that's that. Mountain Coral Jungle, tank, no. Night Turn, no. And they've not got 4 strength. So they're getting 4. We're getting the same amount of cards here. Okay, so what colour are we in? Is it coming from the assault colour then, which is blue? Must be, yeah. I think. Why isn't it telling us that? Oh my. I was away for quite a while there looking as well. That does his usual. Doesn't think about reading the rule book just that little bit further on. So I've been reading through this, obviously, to work out what we're doing. Look at this, 12.81 on page 27. So I've found out before somebody's starting to type in and tell me what it is. Assault by a position group. If both hexes of a position group are Japanese occupied positions, check each position hex separately for assault. So we're doing that one in the correct order, and then we will do the other one afterwards. Things might have changed, but units conducting an assault action gain the benefit of any disruption or step loss inflicted on US units by other Japanese units in the phase. So if we happen to survive in that hex, we're going to be disrupted. He's then going to attack that hex again with other unit. If the assault action results in a close combat in a non-position hex, which it is, use the colour in the position hex from which the Japanese unit began its assault to resolve the close combat. Right, that is blue then. The assaulting unit survives the close combat in a non-position hex, return it to position from which it came disrupted. Okay. Right, so it's blue. Oops. Right, blue. Well, we don't want to see blue here. No, we don't. But we started that the last time and then we didn't draw the blue. So no hat, no event. Come on. Yes. This doesn't count. We've got a hat. So we disrupt him. Yeah. He's disrupted and he loses a blue card, I hope. Oh, it was. Right, he's got 2 cards left. So just miss here and we'll be fine. He misses but reinforces. Well, he's only getting a card. He's in communication. He's already got depth. I don't know why I'm feeling the need, but add the card to the Japanese card pile, and if it has no depth marker, draw and place a depth marker. Yeah, that's not the one that discusses heroism that would make the opponent lose a card. So he gets another card, unfortunately, but it wasn't a hat, and he's already got depth. So now back to us. We need blue. We miss. He fires and he hits. Damn it. It doesn't matter which one you take, Grant, does it? So we take a hit and we lose a card that wasn't blue. So we could do with this. Yeah, it's back to us. Blue. We get it. US withdrawal hit is nothing. So that, I always think, yeah, I need to discard the card. It wasn't blue. And because we had him disrupted, we're getting rid of his depth. I suppose that was a result, wasn't it? It was okay, that, yeah. Right, we're running out of cards now. And we're going to have another one to come. Right, so they all go back. So he goes back to where he came from. Disrupted. And we go back to where we came from, disrupted. I want to say, does that mean, I can't remember what that means. The fact we're disrupted. We'll find out just now. Or does it not affect us? Sure, it must have an effect of some sorts. Right, that's just resolved that part of the position group. We're now going to resolve this one. He's wanting to assault in blue as well, so he's going to come in here now as well, because that's still occupied. So again, that's coming from there. And we're coming in there. But like I say, well, we're one step short. We're only going to get 3 cards this time, aren't we? Damn. And we're disrupted, so I'm not quite sure what goes on there. And we reveal another wimp. And okay, that's a nice one to maybe get rid of if we can. And it's below 4, no CC, so okay. Right, let's find out this disruption then. Disruption in close combat. I know it says reveal a card. Here we go. So normally in step 4 we would reveal a card from the US pile. Exception, if the US units are disrupted, remove the disruption marker instead of revealing a card. Great. So the first card draw we make is going to be a disruption removal rather than a card draw. Nah. Right, okay, so card wise we are getting only 3 this time. 1, 2, 3. awful sticking together. Sweaty palms, maybe. And then for him, he's maybe only getting 3 as well. 1 for the unit, 1 for the depth, 1 because he's attacking. That's it. He's not got a strength of 4, so 3 cards for him as well. Right, and we're in blue again, so here we go. Naval Artillery Blast. Well, that can be good or bad. So we do the event first. So we draw another card from the deck, not the Close Combat draw pile, and if it does not show the colour, it's no event, right? Let's just draw the card first. Does show the colour. Oh, it's called a triangle. No! We had a triangle and a diamond. I think that guy's getting hit. Damn it! If the card shows both the colour of the CC hex and the target symbol for any US unit in close combat, remove 1 step from that unit. More than 1 unit in close combat has the same target, just remove 1 step from the unit with the most steps, then your choice. If no US units in close combat have the target symbol shown the card, yeah, that's when we get to hit the Japanese. Right, I'm unsure if we discard a card here. I mean, I think we must, but the thing is, he's hitting us here as well. We're in all sorts, aren't we? Okay, so he's taking a hit. Are we discarding a card for that? Right, hang on. Hi all. Right, I've been away for a good few hours actually. Not the best place to have left things, but sometimes that happens. Yeah, and I was withering. Right, we go. So hang on, this. Yeah, I probably should have looked back on the last bit of this. This was a card drawn by the Japanese, so they're going to hit us. However, we do the event first. We drew another card for Naval Artillery Blast. We've got the colour, it's blue, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got the colour, and it's a triangle, and unfortunately we have a triangle. Now, have I taken the step loss? Oh, Grant. Right, hang on, I have just uploaded the other bit of the video, so give me a second. Okay, yeah, so I have taken the hit. This is for the Naval Artillery Blast. This guy. And I suppose I was just debating, do I lose a card? But any previous footage, well, the only footage I've been watching recently was Eric's stuff. And I'm pretty sure he lost a card for this. The unit's taking a step loss, you lose a card. I can only think that must be right. I kind of wish it said that, but then does it not confirm that within close combat itself, Grant, that if you take a hit, you lose a card? I'll tell you what, there's a bit of, yeah, I mean, to be honest, the Naval Artillery Blast is slightly different. Ah, damn, I wish I'd thought about this earlier, because I now feel like I would like to ask this question. I don't think that's as clear as maybe, it could just be a Grant thing. Okay, it could. I mean, the procedure, the close combat procedure is that when this card that's been drawn, right, we've got an event to resolve first. After we've done that, this is going to hit us, and we're going to discard a card. That's part of the close combat thing. But this Naval Artillery Blast, I mean, does say draw a card from the deck, not the close combat draw pile. If the card does not show the colour of the CC hex, no event. If the card shows both the colour of CC hex and the target symbol for any US unit in the close combat, remove 1 step from that unit. There's no mention of cards getting discarded there as well. So I think I'm okay to ask that question. I feel like the answer is that we do lose a card as well. But that's really annoying, because I've posted this question earlier. So I'm going to quickly go and ask this question. I had a little glance and couldn't find anything, so let me just, yeah, hang on. Right, well, went and popped the question out there. This is one of the times where I wish we had a Discord server that somebody's waiting, just standing by to answer my question, because now I'm kind of stumped. And that's a pity. I was just hoping to wrap this part up. Can I? Not really. If I lose a card, to be honest, I've only got, I think there's 3 cards in there. Yeah, they are sticking together, these. So I've got 3 cards. So it is more than likely, I feel like somebody's going to come back saying, yeah, you do lose a card still. Whether they're going to be able to prove it to me in the rule book by pointing me at anything, I get the feeling they're not, but I also get the feeling that it might just be me that's thinking that way, and everybody else would have no issues with that. So if it's one of them, I tend to accept them. Sometimes I hang on and fight it a bit, but generally just give up in the end. So it's more than likely this card's going away. Then we're getting hit again, and I've got to take another step loss. So then this card's going away. Then we've got 1 card left, and what's then going to happen is we're going to undisrupt before we can draw this card. So is it possible I can just sneak through this? And yeah, I do really want to know what happens to the cards. I'm a bit fussy. I don't want to put cards back in the wrong order. Well, I'll tell you what else though. The deck's going to shuffle. Yeah. Lose a card, take a step loss, lose a card, not play anything. Well, to be honest, I could reveal the next Japanese card, couldn't I? Because I'm not getting to play a card. So if they happen to hit us, the game's over. Because right now I'm down to I'm only down to 1 unit with 1 step. Is that right? Even if I'm not losing this card to Naval Artillery Blast, I'm then not. I'm losing the card to the normal hit, and then I'm not drawing. Well, yeah, I suppose you're then going to have an extra card if somebody miraculously comes back and says, no, you don't lose a card. Damn it, that's annoying. I wonder if I can leave this sitting here and just move on with the Japanese fire phase. I think we know what we're doing. This is the hit. This is the event card that's drawn. This was just drawn from the deck. This isn't one of the CC cards, but it's important to know what it is. It's a blue triangle, which is relevant. So let's go back to where we'd be at. If this close combat finishes, and you know what, it's more than likely going to be with defeat. Does that mean the Japanese unit? No, it doesn't stay in there, does it? It returns to where it came from, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Now this isn't a close combat we're needing to look for. It's assault, isn't it? What are we doing here? The blue A action, yeah. Assault, correct. So, yeah, assault timing, close combat. Yeah. If the assaulting unit survives the close combat in a non-position hex, return it to position hex from which it came disrupted. So I think the situation is that Japanese unit's going to be back in here, disrupted, right? I'm going to leave these cubes here though, but I'm just going to see if I can move on a little bit. Sort of stalling a bit for time to see if I can get an answer. None of this has been good, is it? Yeah, this is horrible. And this is more than likely 2 more catastrophic losses, Grant. Oh dear. 4, 8, 12, 14. That's going to be 15. Oh my. We're in trouble, aren't we? Was that the last A, blue A? I think it was, wasn't it? We checked, because these A's would, well, they would try and assault, but they've nowhere to go. They can only do the move to the next position hex within 3, can't they? So this was the big one. We'd done the first one, he got disrupted, the guy survived, and now it looks like that's not going to happen. So can I now come and look and finish off the fire card by doing the brown attack? Yeah, I think I can. So let's do that, and we'll stall that CC. So there's a brown position there. It's just doing normal fire, so nothing in range. There's no brown tanks. Empty browns do nothing. Right, this brown here, hang on. It fires. Oh dear. What does it fire at? Circles. Yeah, good. Like, every time I've seen a circle, I always seem to find a circle. Right, so brown does actually fire into there, but that's a triangle. And it's hitting armour, not leaders, fortunately, or that guy would be in trouble. That's okay, no more there. We don't really need to look at Japanese disrupted units. No brown there, no brown. There's a brown there. Does not fire in anything. I think we're done, actually. So I think we are actually going to wrap this up, which would be nice, because I can wrap the video up and then just come back to finish that little close combat. That would allow me to move on a bit, you know. So yeah, that brown has nothing as well. So that's that. There's no artillery on the card. We would then undisrupt. Now, here's the thing here. Well, yeah. However, this Japanese unit goes back into here. It says it goes back disrupted, right? He's going to lose his disruption because of this. And this is just, I mean, I just think that is... It wouldn't surprise me if people house ruled that and said, no, come on. Because we wouldn't get to do that. We wouldn't get to, like, run in, attack somebody in close combat, get disrupted, and then remove our disruption. It's a bit unfair, isn't it? It's a bit unfair. So let me remove disruption. So this guy's going to get his disruption removed. And what else have we got? We've got this blue. This was the tank. Remember, it came in and done its overrun, and then returned back up here, disrupted. But now it's not, and it didn't even start in the blue position. It started in the yellow, but it's still getting to undisrupt. Red stays down. That's not on the card. Yellow. This yellow tank becomes undisrupted, and I think that's it, isn't it? So the only thing left disrupted is this red position. And when we do resolve this close combat, the Japanese unit will go back in there, initially going back in disrupted. However, the fire card will remove the disruption before the end of the Japanese fire phase. At the end of the Japanese fire phase anyway. So that is that. But if I just sneak in and do this, it allows me to move on. So I can put that card up there still, so that we know what's happening. Japanese fire card, and I'm going to leave these close combat cards down here along with these units, and yeah, I'll just stop the video now. We're going to move, well, the next phase is going to be the second event, so I'll move the phase marker along. So we've got the phase marker along. We may need to shuffle the deck, well, maybe not. Yeah, that was all the blue. There was no more blue. That was the last one. Yeah, that's horrible, isn't it? Ugh, yuck. And then naval artillery blast. Okay, you maybe catch a break there, but that's one reason to maybe stack your symbols in the hex, because there was a choice of a triangle or a diamond to hit us, so we needed a circle, and to be able to hit him, but that wasn't to be. Okay, I'll wrap that up there, and I'll put that. This will be part 13 getting put together. I think it's about an hour-ish, and then when we come back to part 14, I'll either have an answer or I'll just make my decision. And my decision, you know, if I want to move on and I've not heard from anybody, my decision is going to be that yes, we lose a card, and that's that. But we'll see. You never know. I mean, I don't find it so clear in the rules. I mean, it's got an event there that says I mean, do any other events? Of course, the other events don't. I mean, I don't know. There's heroism. It says add a card to your side, discard a card from the other side. So it's talking about cards there. Why couldn't it have said? Why couldn't it have said that the unit, you remove a step from the unit and you discard a card? Why couldn't it say that? So I think I've got a case. Yeah, I'll get blown out of the water shortly, no doubt. Right, I'll be back later with part 14. Cheers.